Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. 2022 is finally here. And I think we can now safely say that we can take a little sigh. I can't even speak. We can feel a sigh of relief and take a deep breath because we made it. We survived another year of this entire mess that's been going around. So let me see who's in the chat before we start. Hi, Light Mission. Happy New Year. And Carrie, it's so lovely to see you here. What did you guys do? How was your New Year's? I know it's been a total mess with that Greek alphabet letter going around. I don't want to flag my channel. And hi, Kate. Happy New Year. Happy 2022. This is going to be the year of twos, and I've already felt it, and I'll get into it in a minute. Not just felt it, I've had the signs the last few days, and that's why I decided I want to do this live, do a live collective reading, so together we can see what we are to expect for this year. Right, let me just see who's here. Jan, long time no see. How are you? Yes, you caught it live. Yay. How was your holidays, your New Year's Eve celebrations? What did you do? Happy Rafila, happy New Year. Let's see. Hi, Amber. So lovely to see you. Happy New Year to everyone. I have to stop saying it. It applies for everyone. Oh, hi, Mylene. Hey. Oh, thank you. I made them short. So I made them bite-sized because I feel, and from the previous years, I feel that when they're too long, you kind of miss the point, or, you don't withhold so much information. And this time I tried to be like short and to the point with the readings. Hi, how are you? Big year ahead. Definitely. Definitely, it's going to be anything good for Aries this year. You'll have to go check. I've already uploaded the predictions and the readings for 2022. I don't remember because I did 12 signs, so I don't remember for Aries, but you can just head on over there after the live and check out what's up and what's in store for Isa. I was thinking about you today, girl. Hi. I was thinking about you and I'm like, I hope she's doing well. I haven't heard or seen I haven't heard from her or seen her in a while. Hope everything's good. Ooh, you made I love lobster. And watched movies. What movies did you watch? Tell us. I need some recommendations of what to watch. I'm kind of like, now with reality TV, everything's slowed down a little bit. And I'm kind of like getting a bit tired of the same old, to be honest. And I need a good movie or a good series to watch. Hey, happy 2022. Hi, UK. You guys got hit hard over the holidays. You got hit hard. Oh, don't look up on Netflix. I've heard conflicting things about it, actually. I've heard people who like raved about it and they loved it. They loved the sense of humor, the irony of it, everything. And other people were like super disappointed. So I might give it a go. Oh, listen, you should all look forward to, we will start with the readings in a minute. I'm just giving time for people to come in. But it is going to be, from what I've been picking up, from what I've been receiving, it's going to be a transformational year for everyone. It's going to be amazing. And if you're asking about the big C that's been going on the last 2 years, I feel this is going to be the end of it. It's coming to an end. You'll see. We'll pull some cards, obviously. My Japanese son-in-law brought us traditional Shinto. Oh, nice. Love that. Love Don't Look Up. Okay, I'll give it a go then. Definitely will give it a go. Ted Lasso is such a feel-good series. Really? Where is that? Is that on Netflix? HBO? I don't have HBO, I'm afraid, but I can stream everything online. I don't see the Don't Look Up on Netflix. Okay, you didn't see it. All right, but I'll give it a go if you guys think it's worth it. You must see the show Move to Heaven on Netflix. Oh, interesting. I can tell you what we watched with the kids. We streamed. We were a bit naughty because it's coming out in February in the movies, but we managed to watch it Encanto. And I loved it because there's so much about spirituality and teaching children it's teaching children about gifts and about magic. And magic is not what we see on TV with magicians or in Las Vegas shows and stuff like that. Magic is the power that you have within, and I absolutely loved it. The kids got a bit bored by the end of it. They're quite young, so they were like, well, my daughter is 10, but she got it because she also knows what I do and she's into spirituality and all that. But I think it's more for adults and children, but it was a nice one. um Happy New Year, Jayla. Oh my god, I haven't seen you in a while too. I'm so excited. Has it? Oh, okay. You're talking about Don't Look Up, right? It's on Apple TV. I've got Apple TV, so that's good. I'll give She did? What did she say? Oh, okay. Okay, let's talk about the Matrix for 1 minute. Thank you, Light Mission. I loved the first trilogy. It's one of my favorite movies, along with Interstellar. Interstellar is my favorite movie of all times. I mean, and it's Gone with the Wind out of all the all-time classics. It's still my favorite. But from the contemporary movies, I'm going to say Interstellar and Matrix. Why? Because there is a lot of spiritual significance and a lot there that makes so much sense, and that's why I'm very connected to space. I love space. I love my wallpaper is the moon and space and the galaxies and all that. Why? Because I feel very connected to the universe, to space. And Interstellar, if you watch it, like, you've got to watch it several times and pay attention. Everything comes together. There's that point where Matthew McConaughey is he's trying to communicate with his daughter, and he's pulling these, like, not pulling, he's pushing these books off of a bookshelf, off of that library, and with a watch. That's how spirituality and the spirit world works. It's pretty much that. It's fascinating. Oh, don't get me started. I'm getting super excited, but I'm missing your the chats and the comments. About a show about spirituality. Which one are you talking about? Do you mean the animated show I just mentioned is Encanto? I'm not sure what you're referring to. Okay, let's see. Encanto, yeah, so good. And Encanto in Spanish means enchanted, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, good question about the Matrix. So I know there's been a lot of talk going around, and especially on TikTok, where people are discussing about the Matrix and the glitches and the 5D and all of that. Yes, pretty much. I mean, the way some people present it is like we're literally living in the Matrix, like we see in the movie. Our bodies are kind of like connected to, we're like batteries, basically energy sources, and we're connected to this, and everything is basically augmented. That's what the Matrix is about. That basically our life, reality, our world is augmented. It's not really real. It's all in our heads, and it's pretty much how the spiritual world is, or how we are all connected to the spiritual world. I hope that makes sense. But yes, we are living in a matrix. This is the world of the Matrix, but not in the sense or the symbolic way that it's being depicted and shown in the movies, right? But the we have control of what's happening in our life up to a point because we have free will. And it's exactly what happened in the Matrix too. On the other hand, there is the other side, which is the spirit world and what's happening there, and our powers in the spirit world, who we are in the spirit world, our higher self, is very different to who we are in this augmented world, the Matrix. Regarding those glitches that we're hearing and all that, listen, there are no glitches as in we can all see those glitches. I don't like calling them glitches. In life, everything is created perfectly because we've all come together collectively and we've created the world that we live in. We've created everything that we have. Tarot cards, this cup, everything is what we created and we use, okay? Because we created it because we have needs and we need to meet those needs. Now, regarding those glitches, the only glitch that I see in the Matrix is people who don't believe that we are part of this light, of the source, of the divine, of the universe, that we're not part of this collective, that we are not energy source. Basically, our body was given to us, but this is not what keeps us alive. This is not what makes us. But it's our spirit, it's our energy that makes us. And we don't need to be kept alive because we never die. Our energy never dies. So when they talk about glitches, it's not a glitch that it's on this matrix that suddenly you see a bird and it seems like the bird is not flying anymore and you're like, oh, there is a glitch. No, this is part of this ascension that I've been talking about and the awakening, the collective awakening. We're realizing now that everything around us is not really real. It is real in the level and the state of consciousness that we're in on earth here in this lifetime, but it's not tangible when you look at it from a higher perspective and from the perspective of the energy source that we're all part of. I hope that makes sense. The Witcher. Hey, Camp, Happy New Year. Thanks, Camp, for modding. I need to find some more mods as well. Poor Camp is always here, and he's so busy, and he's always here to support and mod. Thank you. Yes, it's like string. Happy New Year, Pam. Let's see what you guys are saying. Hold on. The Matrix reminds me of the Book of Secrets. True. Interstellar too. To me, Interstellar is much closer to what we're living, what we're experiencing, and what we will be experiencing in 2022. Guys, open your eyes. Open your eyes and start seeing the signs. See the changes. You're going to be seeing them this year. You need to be ready. People are going to be shocked with things that are happening. And I don't want to scare anyone because it's not scary what I'm talking about. It's awakening and it's enlightenment. It's finally seeing what's really out there and our capabilities. What are we capable of? We're capable of the good and the bad. We create all that. I'm getting super passionate about this. But with all the people I help in my life. Guys, it's the big purge. We're all purging right now. And that was what 2020 and 2021 was about, pretty much. 21 especially was about the big purge. Once we're done with purging people, situations, things that are really not working for us and do not allow us to grow and get to that level of ascension and transformation, they're gonna go. They're just gonna leave us by default. And sometimes it's easier if you make that decision instead of other people making that decision for you. Let me see. Yes, we definitely can change the world by the positivity and the negativity. So that's why I remind everyone, just be careful what you say, what you do, your actions, everything plays a big role in the collective energy, in what's happening in the world. Another prediction that I'm going to make in a minute. You're always multitasking. I don't know how you do it. I really don't. Because Campfire is always like either he's editing, talking, chatting, researching. He's just an amazing multitasker. I'm not that good. Um, yeah, I love the soundtrack too. It definitely already started. Mocha, you should know as well, being a light worker and intuitive too. It definitely already started, and it's gonna like jumpstart very, very, very soon. I can, and we can do that on another live because I don't want to take away from what this is about today. Because I wanted to jump on as soon as possible so I can prepare you for the next year. This year now. Kill them by with kindness. It's true kindness. It's real weapon, not a weakness. It's not a weakness being kind. It's not. Definitely not. Actually, it's a superpower. With everything that's going on, just, staying positive and kind is a superpower. Um, oh, you're welcome, Marka. You needed that. It was the right timing. You just needed that to just get things going for you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, listen, staying positive is not gonna, it's not gonna miraculously heal you, but what it's going to do, if you're constant with that, it's like manifestation. You need to keep your level, your energy level, and your vibration on a certain level, but not consciously. You need to do that on your own, not think about it, oh, I need to be happy now, because otherwise I'm not going to attract this. This is not going to go well for me. I'm going to attract negative stuff. It's not you consciously thinking about it. It's you training yourself basically to get to that vibration and energetic level and that state of consciousness pretty much where it's constant. And then it's like magic. You're like a magician because that's when you start manifesting. That's when you create. That's when you attract things that you want. That's when you attract people who are like-minded and are positive and want nothing but good for you. This is how it works. People think that, oh, I need to think positive. I need to keep a positive outlook. Yes, you do, but it's not a conscious thought. It has to be a way of life, a way of being. Um, Gratitude is my conduit to manifestation. Gratitude is, I absolutely agree. We shouldn't forget to be grateful, definitely, of all the good stuff, even the bad stuff, guys. Even the bad stuff, we have to be grateful because it is part of a bigger plan for us, for you individually. Anything that bad that happens, it's a lesson. It's an obstacle. It's a jump start to get you somewhere else. There is a reason for that too. I had big health issues, and after that I changed so much in my life. Unfortunately, with us humans, we have to get to the point where things just shit hits the fan before we change our mindset or we consciously make um change our outlook in life. um that's why a lot of people who sort of like steer towards spirituality and start going to readers and mediums and intuitives, it's usually after they've lost someone they love. Like, it's usually death that opens awakens them and opens their minds and opens their heart to spirituality, unfortunately. But this is changing. We'll get to that. I'm beginning, where is that? So I'm beginning to notice a sudden change. Sorry, where is it? Okay, my life, and it's amazing but scary. Guys, I'm I'm scared too, but I'm not scared spiritually. I'm more scared because I'm a human being and I'm also used to certain things. I'm used to having control of certain things in my life. Not everything, but and I'm used to having the people that I have around me, and I'm used to my life, right? And I'm also scared. I'm like, how easy? How is it going to be hard? Is it going to be easy? How's it going to be when this big change is going to finally, not even this big change, this ascension is going to be felt by everyone. And we'll talk a little bit. We talked about the sea, and I'll get to it right now. But I just love reading your comments. I can't stop. Um, right, exactly. I'm scared, but we'll know more on Thursday at my PET scan. Think positive, Carrie. I told you, you need to, just don't allow your mind to go to the negative. Basically, manifest the outcome that you want by thinking positive. And even if it's not the outcome, even if at the end it's not the outcome that you were wishing for, you wanted, you keep that positivity and that energy up, and you'll see how things are going to change around you. Your health will improve, your outlook is going to improve, the way you see life is going to improve. It's going to change, not even improve, it's going to change. Hold on, I'm missing a question. They have already. So they have already in very different forms and ways. And I do believe in extraterrestrials, in not in the sense that, aliens are disguised as humans and they're all around us, but we're not alone in this universe. We're not alone. We are not alone. You are ignorant if you believe that it's just Earth and humans that exist in this huge universe. And there are different planets that live in different timelines. There are different types of beings around, but we're all connected. So it's not us and them, extraterrestrials, we're all connected. There's telepathy, there is the source, there's the light, there's the energy, there's so much. Let's see. I am becoming so determined, especially not being bothered by things I don't want or people that are not good for me. Yep. And you're going to see this is the purging, and it's going to continue for the next few months. And I'm going to grab my deck now. Money problem. I'm going to take the problem myself and do the thing for me. Can you feel other beings on other planets? I don't, because I consciously don't do that, right? I don't. If I wanted to, I could, I guess, but I haven't tried it. I know other readers do. They do. I know other people's channel other beings, like other beings from other planets, from other galaxies, right? They do that. They've got that capability. I haven't tried it. I don't know. I'm sorry to hear that, Farushka. Don't. You're allowing yourself to feel that way. Why? Did something happen recently that's brought you down and it's temporary, or is this like a constant feeling that you feel that your life is not making much sense right now? Not your life, but what's happening in your life doesn't make sense. Do you feel that you're not supported enough? What is it? You can still change it. I think the heart of the planet Earth, it's changed the sense of beating. Well, I think it's time for us to take the tarot, and I want to open up to any messages that want to come through from Spirit. So one thing that I have been feeling, and I wanted to tell you, is that, as I said before, but some of you came in a bit later. So the big C It's ending this year. That's what I feel. That's what I got. It's definitely ending this year. We're winning this war, right? And it's not a war. And you know why it's ending now? Because now humans, us, we're ready to move on to the next level. We're ready to level up. We needed that shock in the system. We needed that seedy thing happen worldwide. For us to realize how disconnected we were as a collective, as humans, the world. And it showed us how to come together. But when I mean come together, I don't mean that we all love each other all of a sudden and we're all like amazing humanitarians and it's all about community work and it's all about the collective. But it has brought us together on a spiritual and an energetic level. And some of you have started feeling it. Those of you who haven't, you will definitely see it this year. Trust me, the news and the newspapers this year are going to be so interesting with the things that come out. Things that were well hidden, things that were how I'm going to say this. So there were things that were hidden and things that and knowledge that we weren't privy to, or it wasn't accessible to us. A lot of things are going to open up. A lot of people, celebrities, politicians, business people, prominent people out there that we looked up to, and we had a certain idea or a certain impression of them, is going to be shattered. Things are going to come out. It's This purge is going to peak soon. Springtime, around springtime, I'm feeling there's a lot is going to go on, because this change, this transformation is going to speed up then. All of you, individually and collectively, you're going to go through major changes this year. Positive, short term or long term, they're all long term positive. But whether you see it or not, when these changes or these things happen to you, I trust me, they are in the long term positive. A lot of you are going to be awakened. You're going to be able to use your third eye. You're going to be able to use your intuition. You're going to be able to use telepathy. And I'm not exaggerating, guys. You'll see. You'll see. And I'm excited. Let me see. I need some advice. I'm beginning to notice that I'm having a lot of intimate dreams. The one last night was a guy I'm attracted to, but I refused to entertain him because I didn't know he was serious. Yeah, well, listen. Pay attention to your dreams. That's another good point. This is where you need your dream journals, your spiritual journals. Start writing down your dreams. I can tell you personally, my dreams are crazy and insane. I wake up tired. I wake up like I've been traveling all day, and I have all night even. And I have been, because I've been spending a lot of time with my higher self on the other side with my guides and the elders. A lot. I wake up in the morning. I usually tell my husband what I just dreamt or what I felt, and then I write it down because I don't want to forget. There's just a lot, and I'm planning. And what I want to do, maybe in a few months' time, maybe I can share some of these dreams with you, and we can openly discuss what you think those mean. But I know that I'm doing a lot of work on the other side, and a lot of light workers, a lot of healers right now are feeling we're all exhausted. We're all sleeping long hours. Even though we're sleeping a lot longer than we normally would, we still feel tired, because there's a lot of work that we have to do on the other side to help you guys, with this ascension and transition this year that's happening this year. Let's see. There are lots that I can actually give you some recommendations. I'm definitely going to do another live this week, so we can touch upon that. I'm going to bring my books so I can show you and recommend you what you can start reading to prepare yourselves. Right? A lot of us feel it. And you don't have to be an intuitive or a light work to feel that. You're definitely feeling that something is changing and you can't put your finger on it. So back to those predictions. As I said, Big C is ending. Why? Because we're changing. We were resisting last year. It was meant to end last year, towards the end of last year of 2021, but we weren't ready. We weren't ready, but we will be. Now, another thing that I predicted, and it came to me while I was doing the 2022 tarot readings for the zodiac signs, was that there is going to be like a big moment for humanity where there's going to be a how am I going to say this? So it's going to be like a medical or scientific breakthrough, which is going to change so much in the medical field and then in the science world. Again, the science and science, it's not even industry, in the science world, right? And it's going to be by a male. I feel he's an Aquarian. Hey, Team Aquarius. And it's going to be huge, 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 huge. And another thing that I just received right now is talking about death and immortality regarding our physical bodies, because we never die. As I'll remind you, we're spirit, we're energy, we don't die. There is no concept of death on the other side. There's only just, rebirths. That's it. So what I just got is regarding immortality. We're very close to that. Science is very close to prolonging humans' lives. They have done for a very long time. So it's a well kept, sealed secret, let's just say. And that's also coming out as well. Not that you want that. Do you really want to live 200, 300 years? Why? In the same body, the same person, the same personality? No. Why not go back to the spirit world? And if you want to come back, you can come back anytime. Differently. Choose a different path. Choose a different family. Choose a different husband or wife, brother, sister, whatever. You know what I mean? So, but that's another thing that is going to be a hot topic in 2022. Immortality, cure for cancer too. We're very close to that. Yes, most cancers, because some of them already, the medical field is advanced immensely when it comes to treating cancer, but it's because our bodies, because the energy is changing and everything is elevating, is ascending, our bodies are changing too. Some people's bodies cannot follow. So that's why we saw a lot of sudden exits in 2021. Completely irrelevant and nothing to do with the sea situation that's going around. It has to do with the body cannot follow the spirit and the energy through this ascension. So they exit. That's what's going on. This is a choice that they made, because let me remind you, we always have 5 exit points in our life. We can choose any of those points. If we get to the 5th, there's no other chance. You're going on the 5th. Let me just see really quickly what you guys are saying. My dreams are very real. The nice dreams are great, but the nightmares are horrible. I'm having a lot of weird dreams, nightmares too, but they're very realistic, very real. And I know that it's just messages that I'm downloading while I'm sleeping. And was open for I learned to stay calm, positive, and use my intuition to feel and see people who they really are. Yep, that's definitely one big thing that we all come out of in 2021 is transparency, being able to see people for who they really are and what their true intentions are. I'm required to work in close. I always try to look for the positives, but any suggestions for mitigating the effects of negative, manipulative co-workers? I'm required to work in close. Block your energy, protect your energy, shield your energy, use visualization. I've talked about it because I use it all the time, and it's super effective. Okay, just use visualization when you protect your energy from someone who is trying, whether it's an energy vampire, someone who is trying to sort of, create some kind of negativity towards you or to you. Then you can literally visualize an invisible cloak, or that you're holding a shield, a powerful blue, purpley blue shield. Okay, and you hold it against them. That's the visualization. You're like, I'm protected from that shield, the shield of energy. The light of Archangel Michael is protecting me, and you cannot enter my energetic field or my auric field either. Or an invisible cloak, if you feel that someone spiritually is trying to attack you, or they're trying to penetrate your energetic field or your spiritual realm, you can just literally imagine yourself wearing a cloak, an invisible cloak, and then you just like wear the hood, put your head down, and you're invisible. It works. This is how I protect myself. You can imagine how much, like, I receive so many energies because I read energies. I pick up so much. So, and I use visualization most of the time to protect myself, to return even bad energy. If someone is trying to do me harm, I'm going to return that energy. Sorry, not sorry. What are you trying to do? Why are you trying to attack me? Take it back, you know? I'll serve it back. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, well, no, immortality. I'm not saying that everyone's going to be immortal. I'm just going to say, we're just going to realize and we're going to see that immortality is not just a physical thing. It's not just our physical body. It's everything. Once our body, our mind, and our spirit are aligned, you're immortal. You can be immortal. You can. Again, it has to do with that energy you put out there. You've heard stories of people who have stage 4 cancer and they were given 6 months to live. And eventually, after so many years, they're still living, and they're in great health, and they're having a time of their lives, and they're doing great. You know why? Because whether they, unbeknownst to them, most of them, unless they're doing a lot of spiritual work, they've aligned their body, their mind, their soul, their spirit, their energy. They've aligned everything to that point where they're not immortal, but they've changed things around. They were able to heal their body, because you can. Oh, thank you, Natalie. Thank you so much. Yeah. Oh, we miss you, by the way. Would love to see you on the chat sometime or call in. Okay, Monique has a question. How do you know when you're approaching an exit point? Some people do have feelings, they have premonitions, they do sense it. Sometimes they have dreams or consistent dreams where they're being visited by loved ones, and that sort of their loved ones just, you know, forewarning them or just giving them the reassurance and preparing them for crossing over. Some people don't even feel it, but your higher self does. Your higher self knows. So your higher self pretty much will decide for you if now's the time for you to go or not. Depends on where you're at, what is going on, and yeah, and it's also pretty much up to you. People have been, let's say, in a coma for a very long time, or they've had horrible accidents, and suddenly, they awaken because they realize that they don't want to cross over yet. They're not ready. They still have unfinished business here, or they want to change their lives around until the next exit point because they want to make amends. But they're not giving good vibes. Yeah. Yeah, the cloak for years. It works. It works. I've protected my energy from people who just, they were evil, I can tell you. I finally learned and practiced the power of meditation. Okay, let's talk a little bit about meditation before I continue with that, because that's another topic. So, a lot of people come to me and they say, you know what? Meditation doesn't work for me. I have a busy mind. I cannot slow down. I can't sit still. I can't. What's another way? What's another way of me sort of connecting with my spirit guides, with my higher self? Meditation is not the only way, honestly. I meditate too, but I'm not like a huge fan of meditation. I'm I because I've got the same issue. I have such a busy mind. There's so much going on in my mind that sometimes I get frustrated while I'm trying to meditate because my mind won't shut up. So it's not meditation. It's if it's not your thing, don't pressure yourself. Don't try to get into it in order for you to be more open spiritually or to start receiving messages or advice from your spirit team. Guys, there are other ways of doing it. I always say this, I'm going to be known, I guess, as the psychic who likes to take a lot of showers. Yes, I do, because that's another way of meditating without meditating. Taking showers. Really, it relaxes your body, relaxes your mind, clears your energy, it's a good conductor of energy. And you're there, you're not busy doing other stuff like we're constantly doing. So you're open to start receiving. So your spirit team is able to connect with you, send you messages. You're able to download messages. That's another way of doing it. Taking showers, going for a swim. If you've got a pool or if you're near the sea or near the beach, go for a swim. Go for a walk. For everyone, it's different. It's meditation. I feel it's not for everyone, and I get it. There are other exercises of doing. Spiritual journals. Start writing, even if it's just nonsense. If you have nothing to write, take a pen, take your journal, start writing. Ask for your spirit to come through you and help you write down whatever it is, a message, something that you need to know, a poem, a song, whatever it is. That's another form of meditation, writing as well. So there are other forms of doing it. Don't pressure yourself, guys, to meditate if you can't do it. It's not for everyone. It's not. There are other ways of getting there. See? You told me to meditate in the shower and it works. Thank you. Yes, I'm that psychic, the shower psychic. That's how we know. But it's true. I don't understand why other light workers and psychics talk about it, because it really, really works. See her and she asked me if it was okay to go. I said yes. I felt yes. Sometimes, so if someone's really sick and they're on their deathbed, and doctors and the medical team are like, there's nothing else we can do, it's a matter of time, and this person won't let go. Sometimes they won't let go because it's not because they want to live, or they don't want to cross over. It's because they're so afraid what's going to happen to you, or how are you going to be once they've crossed over. And sometimes it just takes I love you, just holding their hand, giving them a kiss and saying, I love you. It's okay. You can go now, for them to go. So if you've ever been in that position, and I hope you're never in that position where you have someone who is gravely ill and there's nothing else you can do, and you feel that they're sort of like transitioning, but they're not, give them that permission to cross over, because sometimes they do need the permission. Let's see. Able to just relax and open my mind, and that's when you hear and receive clear messages. True. I write and I'm thankful for. Absolutely. Write down what you're thankful for. 100% I believe in smudging, and smudging does work. It's very powerful. I've got different types of smudges. So I've got white sage. I've got palo salto, salto. I can never get the wrong. You know how there's one word you never get right? This is it. You can also use lavender. There, smudging really works. This is how I clear and cleanse my space, my cards, my crystals, myself, my family, my kids. Sometimes when I feel that maybe my son is a sensitive, by the way, he's got my gifts. And he's only 7, so it's very hard for him to understand what's happening to him. And it's also hard for me to kind of like explain to him in detail. So, and sometimes he brings in like negative energy or someone else's energy in the house, and I smudge it. We smudge. So it's powerful. Even if you have a ghost at home or a spirit, smudge your space. It doesn't necessarily mean that they will go away straight away, but you are definitely setting your boundaries by smudging if you have a spirit around. Yeah, a word dump is exactly that. Then I light candles, burn a little sage and shout. Right, Kelly, absolutely. Exactly. Light a white candle. So, another thing about this, I know I'm all over the place, but you guys, I love talking to you guys. I love receiving questions. I love answering them. We'll get back to the predictions. So regarding, I keep moving around. I'm getting excited about the new year. So white candles, I always have a white candle and I always light it up before I start readings or even before I come on YouTube, even if I don't do readings and we're just talking, I still light it up because this is protection. So always light. And also my guides know and spirit know that once I light up this white candle, it's like, oh, she's open for business. We can visit, we can come through and just bombard her with messages and with things that she needs to know, right? So this is like my calling card. Hey, right. Now, so it's a great idea if you don't have a white big candle, tea candle will do. Right. So if you feel that you've brought in negative energy in your space, or you've invited someone over, someone came over and their energy was off and you feel like, something's off in your space, light up, and you don't have smudge or sage or anything like that at home, another very effective way of protecting yourself and absorbing that energy, that negative dark energy, is by lighting up a black candle. Right? Black absorbs negative and bad energy. That's why there's that cliche. You know how you have that cliche of these like tarot readers and fortune tellers, and they're all wearing black. They all have long hair and long black nails and they look like witches. Why do witches wear black? Because I'm wearing black today, actually, because that attracts dark and bad energy. Kind of gets absorbed by it. White deflects and protects. Okay, hope that makes sense. I've always done that in the shower before. Right, I do that, guys, every day. I have to shower every day, and in summer I shower 2 or 3 times a day. It just helps me. I mean, A, because I'm obsessed with hygiene, and B, because it's my meditation in a sense. Tell them you'll be fine. Absolutely. Let's see. The shower conversation is going on. Shower cleanses are so powerful. There's all spiritual soaps made with cleansing herbs. Right. Exactly. You can answer it. Good tip. Absolutely. So there are different ways to get there. Now, I want to go back to the predictions. So I talked about the sea. I talked about a medical sort of like a breakthrough or scientific breakthrough that's coming. The other thing is that I felt, and I received this one today, was that I know there's a lot of discord right now politically and in the world. There's a lot of tension as well among certain countries, and among politicians. I'm not sure which big powerhouse countries have elections this year, but we're going to start seeing underdogs being elected from now on. Very not the typical politicians, not the typical leaders that we're used to seeing. We're going to be seeing very alternative leaders coming into office, coming into to lead the world. And as I said, a lot of them are going to be underdogs. And this is going to be so interesting. The other thing, it's going to be 2022, and this is like a business idea for all, if for any of you who are entrepreneurs who wants to start a business. Anything that has to do with community and collective and sharing and not paying with current like money, but currency is going to be sharing or exchanging or doing something for the community. That's going to be your currency. That's what we're going to start seeing a lot. There's going to be deflation, not deflation, sorry, inflation. But on the other hand, we're going to see a lot of currencies drop. The value of money is going to change. The power of money, or what we considered power because of money, because of currency, because of what money buys you, is changing, is going to change. Our lives are changing, guys. And I'm not exaggerating. If you go on YouTube or anywhere and you listen to other readers, other psychics, I haven't, but I'm pretty sure they're saying the same thing, maybe in different words. Let's see. Yeah, it is. It's so exciting what we're about to experience right now. The other thing that we're going to see is that this year, the main focus is going to be on kids. We're going to see and hear a lot about kids. What you may wonder, not bad things necessarily, but the focus is going to be on kids. Kids in Sudan who are starving. We're going to see like big missions going to Sudan, the world coming together and helping children, orphanages that have been abusing or mistreating kids and orphans for a long time. That's all coming to light. They're going to be shut down. Anything that has to do with children and the protection and the well-being of kids is going to be the focal point this year. This is another thing that I've been feeling. Also, another thing, another prediction that I just received. Sorry, guys, I'm just like bombarded right now with stuff, and I haven't even pulled a card yet, but that's how it works. Africa. Okay. I feel something huge, something big is coming out of Africa. An African country, Africa, the continent. I cannot be 100% clear about it because they're not telling me or showing me, but they are showing me Africa, and they're saying that something big is happening in Africa and something big is coming out of Africa. Okay. The economy of Africa is actually improving. Like it's going to be in the next 10 years or so. Some of those African countries that we consider, or they're considered third world countries and poor, are going to develop and change very, very fast. A lot is going to happen to that continent. Positive stuff, really amazing things. Oh, let me see what you're saying, Lee. The other night I pulled cards so spot on, it gave me goosebumps and all wonderful news for my small business side hustle. Yay! See? One, I love that. Africa is changing. Yeah. So that's the other thing. And I want to see what my spirits, if they have anything else they want to say. Because we're talking about the collective. So you guys, at least, you know what you're preparing yourselves, or at least I hope you are. And I hope I'm also helping with that for what you're going to be experiencing this year. Okay. A lot of you are going to start feeling a lot more intuitive as well. Dreams, premonitions, intuition, so much. Visitations. Don't freak out if you start seeing spirits or feel them or hear them or smell them a lot easier or more often than you normally do if you do listen, if you do have that capacity or that gift, or you're open enough to feel them. It's going to be effortless. This connection with the other side, the veil is dropping. I can't explain it. Also, a lot of stuff with space this year. I would love to connect with Betty White. Rest in peace. Loved Golden Girls. One of my favorite all-time favorite shows. But it's too soon to connect with her, but I will. I love her so much. It's just way too soon. They need some time to adjust. They need to do their own thing. And then when she's ready, I'm sure she's going to come to me and say, "Hey, time for reading." So next year she graduated from it. Yes, it's going to be safe. I'm not sure if it's going to be safe already in 2022, but it's Africa's changing. They're catching up with the Western world. If you want, things are going to change so much. There's going to be a lot of people are not going to take it anymore. I just feel that's what I'm being shown. There's going to be an unrest. There's going to be like rebellion there. A lot of changes. Dictators are going to be. They're going to go. They're going to disappear, or they're going to be disappeared, if you know what I mean. There's just so many changes, and it's going to move fast for Africa. I always get, "Hey, Jesus." I always get 111 all the time. That's the only number that repeats. That means, okay, two things about the angel numbers. They're called angel numbers. 111 means that you're on the right path. Like, don't doubt yourself. If you're doubting yourself regarding health, job, whatever it is, Spirit is saying, remove that thought from your mind. Keep going. You're on the right path. We're here with you. We got you. Okay. The other thing is, if you want to figure out what these numbers mean, and you don't want to Google, because, we're all special. We're all different as well. And we have a different type of relationship with our spirits. What I would suggest is that every time you see these repeating numbers, 111, 222, 333, whatever it may be, just make a mental note or write down what were you doing at that point, or what were you thinking. Okay. And that way you're opening like a channel of communication with the angels, with spirit, and they communicate with you through numbers. Ooh, and what do your cards say, Mocha? What have they been saying? I'm going to pull my cards in a minute. But right now I'm just receiving so much. I'm seeing, I'm clairvoyant. So I see images. How long does it take for those that have passed to be able to? Depends. So it really depends on the way they died. So for instance, people who took their own lives, it takes a very, very long time to connect with them. Children too, takes a long time to connect with them, because on the other side, there's always someone waiting on the other side to welcome them, to take them and guide them, and they become like a foster parent for them. And they have to go through, there's adjustment period. There's just so much going on. Some people just like they cross over, and in a few days they just want to come through. They want to visit their family members, their loved ones here, and they want to reach out to a reader and get some messages through. So it depends for everyone. I know I've connected with the spirit, but not sure who it could be. Also, I smell cigarette smoke and I don't smoke or let anyone. Yeah, that's what they do. A lot of times they do, they leave scents behind and smells for you to recognize them. So if this person was a heavy smoker, that's what he will do. But you don't know who it is. Did you have like a heavy smoker or someone who loved their cigarettes who's passed over? Let's see. Do you feel like it's more Southern Africa or Africa as a whole? Africa as a whole, the continent, all the countries, everything, South Africa included. Yeah, more stability. Guys, the focus is going to be on children and young adults. They're the future. You'll see how much we're gonna, we have Greta Thunberg, for instance, and I know she gets a lot of flack and a lot of criticism for the way she talks or the way she delivers a very, very good message, basically. But yeah, she's got Asperger's too, It's just let's not judge, because that's how she communicates. But so we're going to see a lot more Greta Thunbergs and different, I hope I'm pronouncing it Thunberg or Thunberg, anyways, pop up, like kids that have amazing gifts, that are leaders. They're influencers, not in the social media way. I mean influence, like spiritual influences, influencers for the greater good, for bringing everyone together, for connecting people. That's what we're going to be seeing a lot as well. I've been doing readings since the new year turned over. It's fantastic. Yes, it is. Okay, it's spirituality. No, it's Cancer. Okay, you guys are talking about something else. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi. Let's see. I see the spirit of little girl, and I know it's not bad, but she's not nice. Also in great mood. Do you see her now, or is she? She's not bad. She's not nice. She could be sort of like stuck. Maybe she's attached to something and she doesn't want to cross over. But on the other hand, she's miserable here. That's also a possibility. Marla, ask out loud. Who are you? What do you want? They will either come to your dream, visit you, and when you're asking a question, actually have a pen and paper with you, or your journal with you, and just go with the flow. Allow your hand to go with the flow. And if you tend to doodle, then look at the doodle. What is it that you've been doodling? The message is going to come through, but you have to ask what it is they want and who it is. I also got answered by my potential love interest. Ooh, you've got to tell us, because that's hot, because that's your soulmate. Holly just working for the changing time. Kids are more open to listen to each other regardless of disability. I agree. Interesting. I've been smelling something once in a while recently, but yeah, that's how they do it. Like, sometimes they think they're obvious to us. So by maybe even moving thing, or like a curtain, or just sending a breeze over a way, they think that that's obvious, that we will notice and we'll realize that they're there. But most people rationalize by debunking whatever it is. And you can't debunk, the smell of smoke or the smell of a certain perfume if you're alone in a room, right? So that's the most obvious way to say, hey, I'm here, I'm visiting. Right. Let's see what else. My mom finally came to me in a dream. She passed. She asked if I was okay, then walked over and gave me kisses on the cheek. Am I going to be okay? Yes, you'll be fine. Just because she visited, it doesn't mean that she's coming to get you or she's trying to say anything. She knows that you miss her. You've probably been thinking of her a lot or feeling her. So she just wants to reassure you that she's still around. She's not gone forever. It's not goodbye. It's a see you later. That's what it is. Let's see. Marcus will be a Pisces. Born 1985. He will bring me unconditional happiness. Woo! Exciting. Keep us posted. Keep us posted. Right. So I want to pick up. Do you guys have any questions about the collective? And you know what? I'm going to drop the link. So if anyone wants to call in, let's not do private lightning readings today. Let's focus on the collective, or if you want to ask me anything, and we'll do that during the week. Because I'll be back on doing a live this week. So you'll get the chance to get a lightning reading if you want to. So I've just dropped the link. If anyone wants to call in, I'll be happy to. If anyone has any questions, I'm happy to answer them. My great nephew will be 6 next month. He gets visits from my dad who passed a year ago. Oh, that's so sweet. The new generation, the kids are kids. So kids that were born after 2011-ish, I'm going to say 2010. They are special. These kids are super connected to the other side and to the universe, and they're here to save us, literally. To save us from what? From ourselves, from our egos, and from all the negativity and all that, the cesspit of negativity that we created as humans that is surrounding and wrapping our world, our earth. And that's why it's the big purge 2021, and the sea was part of this big purge, and now we're changing things. Right. So I don't know if no one wants to call in, and you can please drop any questions down below. Do you have any favorite tarot books to learn the meanings behind the cards? There are lots of great books. Wait, let's see. So I highly recommend this book here. It's called 78. Oh, I don't know if you can hear me. Let me grab it. But I'm afraid everything is going to drop once I do it. Oh, did it. This book. 78 Degrees of Wisdom by Rachel Pollack. Highly recommend. It deep dives. It really explains everything. There's a lot of symbolism. There's a lot of history in tarot, and this deep dives in every single card. There are easier and lighter books than this one, but if you want to take tarot seriously and really, really learn about the history as well, and how each card has so many different meanings, depending on the symbolism, depending on what comes through when you're reading, this book, highly recommend. Sees a woman in his house, calls her the scary lady. My friend helps him rid the house of her. Ooh, those scary ladies. I had one when I was a child too. What will happen with the climate this year? Good question. Let me just ask the cards, because I haven't received anything about the climate. But let's find out. Okay, these were too many cards, but we'll find out. I don't see any major improvement. The only thing I feel here and what I see is that we're going to see again a lot of extreme weather patterns and catastrophic natural events. I still see that, but I feel some countries. This is what I just received now, and I'm happy. And that's a great question, Isa. Thank you. What I am seeing is that a lot of schools, or not a lot of schools, let me rephrase that. Certain schools in certain countries are going to add in their curriculum lessons around climate. So around ecology, sustainability, climate, how this affects educating children from a very, very young age. That is with this page of wands here, that's gonna start happening now. From now on, it's gonna be part of our educational system starting this year. But there is still a lot there, I feel, that are not going to be resolved this year. So a lot of talks about certain batteries and certain sources of power, and whether we should be using them, and what's the alternative, and the alternatives are too expensive. This is still going to be going on. Jenny Sunshine, hello and happy new year. You brighten my day, Jenny. He did? There you go. It's a fabulous book. You too, Jenny. It's going to be a fabulous 2022. What about the food supply in 2022? Well, let's hope that improves. What's going to happen with the food supply? Great questions, guys. I'll tell you what is going to start happening. It already started last year, and I had already spoken about it last year a little bit. What we will be seeing is that everything's going to become more localized because of all the issues with the supply chain and the food supply chain and the bottleneck and all that, and because of the sea, and because of the price surges, and because of the fuel and petrol prices. Everything's going to become more localized. The focus is going to be, as I said, more on neighborhoods, communities, local things, where you grow your food locally, you produce something locally. You're not reliant on China, India, America, whoever. It doesn't matter. It's all about becoming more independent, more sustainable. It started last year. We're going to see this more and more happening. Oh, I'm glad. And keep us posted, Carrie. I would love to know. Keep us posted after the PET scan. What did they say? How did you feel? What's going on? So, are there any other questions? I'm just going to pull some cards and see what else comes through, if anything else comes through regarding next year. Yeah, I need a new laptop. You're so right. But right now I'm like, oh, it's still working. It's fine. I don't want to spend that money on the laptop. I've got other things that I want to spend my money on. And but you guys are right. Let's see. Since it's 2022 and the number 2 resonates with union relationships, what will happen to the collective in terms of love and union? Again, let me just say this. And that's a very good question. And I did pick up on this a few days ago, or before Christmas, actually. So a lot of people have been feeling lonely the last few years. People have come out of relationships, marriages, partnerships. And we've been hearing people complaining that they can't find the right person, or the people that they meet, they're not the right person, or they're too narcissistic or whatever. this year, it is about unity and it is about love, but not in the sense of relationships, like love, like um romantic relationships. A lot of us are gonna choose to be alone this year, to work on ourselves, and because with everything that's going to be going on in the world and personally, individually, everyone, it's what's going to happen is that your focus and your feelings and your emotions are not going to be attached onto someone else. I hope that makes sense. So basically, if you meet someone this year, they're most likely a soulmate. No joke. Someone that you're going to be with until you've crossed over, until the end. Most people are going to choose to be alone, to be solo. And yes, 2 is the number of union and love, etc. But also 2 is the number of partnership, and also number 2 numerology is about laying down the foundations, new foundations, starting afresh, laying down much tougher and better foundations. Right. I've got Jan. Jan, are you ready? I got Jan backstage. I haven't seen her in a while. Darling.
Right, I've got Jan.
Ooh.
Jan, are you ready? I got Jan backstage. I haven't seen her in a while.
You
Right,
have to,
I've got
Jan. You have to
Jan.
switch
Jan,
off the
are you
tab. You
ready?
have to close the
I
tab,
got Jan
or
backstage.
mute
I
the
haven't
sound.
seen her in a while.
You have to, Jan. You have to switch. Okay, I muted Jan because I can't hear the sound of my voice. Not I can't hear, I can't stand, sorry. So let's see. Okay, she's gone. She'll probably come back. Get the laptop. I should. My husband should have gotten me the laptop for Christmas, but I got the eye. Can you see it, guys? Yay. I love it. And I got some earpods. Not that I mean, I love my pro earpods, love them, but I would rather have a laptop. But anyways, oh, I'm glad it's making sense. I'm glad it's making sense. Isa, you're on my mind about the wars. We're going to see tensions, but we're not going to see, I mean, there is going to be tension, and that's not going to go away like that, unfortunately. But we're going to see changes with that too. It's not going to be as intense and as aggressive as it used to be. But hold on, before we lose Jan, I'm going to bring Jan back up.
As aggressive.
Oh no, Jan.
As it used to be.
The sound, your tab is still open. Have you got YouTube? Like, switch off YouTube completely. Switch off. Like, close the tab, because I can
still open. Have you got YouTube?
You don't need YouTube since you have the link. You can still watch and hear the show from StreamYard. I'll just drop you for now. I'll bring you back up in a minute. And I'm going to bring up Gabriella.
Hello, everyone. Happy New Year.
Everyone. Happy New Year. Yay.
Yes, from Paris.
From Paris. Bonjour,
yes, I'm French.
Paris. Well, not even bonjour, bonsoir.
Bonsoir. It's night now. It's night. It's night.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying it's not bonjour.
It's bonsoir. Yes.
It's bonsoir.
Yes, I'm happy to be here with everyone, and I very am happy to be with you because I loved your reading and I love your spirit and everything here, and I feel the kindness here. You know, like with Jason and Adam, all this kindness because 21 was very tough for everyone. I think it's it's like a long period of Mercury in retrograde. You know that?
I know.
I feel it's like we must two phases of your trauma and shadow working to get up and to be better.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's that.
We were all pushed to a limit. We were all pushed to a point where we had to really be honest with ourselves and just make changes. And now it's not going to be about that. It's going to be like we're going to steamroll down 2022
Mhm.
and create miracles.
It's like that, yes. It's like to go to be the best and to help people around us, but never forget ourselves in the story. I said in the comment in the chat, I had a brain stroke in March 21, and after that, I changed all my life. I changed all my life because in my job it's helping people, but after that I say, okay, you must to take back and help yourself, not the others first, because
Yeah.
it's it's a better way. If you don't have good with yourself, how can you be helping someone else?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And what do you put out, you receive?
I put out my ex boyfriend. We
Okay.
had a very bad relationship. I do a makeover of my home because it was messy, because I don't have any time to make order, and I
Mm-hmm.
reconnect with my spirituality more, and I try to reconnect with my gifted gift of little mediumny, that,
Mm-hmm.
because I was I am very accurate in my intuition, but I don't work it around that. The night when I had my brain stroke, the voice of my grandmother speaking to me to go to the hospital by myself in the middle of the night. And after that, I say, okay, we need to hear you. And the last weekend, I was in my job in the night, and I see a little girl in my dream, and I have the capacity when I have a bad dream to wake up immediately. And at this moment, I came to wake up. I see this little girl. She's not bad, but she's not good. And I was very scared. It's the first time I'm not scared about the cost, but I feel this little girl is not my home. It's in my job places. She's not good. And I think she may be linked to me, but like a mosquito. She's in me because she feel it. She feel me in the space where I was in
Yeah.
this place.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think we have this moment, this conjunction of all people with little gift like me. We are waking up. I heard in TikTok, all people have, noises in their ear.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes in
Mm-hmm.
the left or right. And just the beginning for 21, since March, after my brain stroke, I have all the time. It's not acouphene. It's very, I don't have any hair problem. I go to the
Mm-hmm.
doctor, it's clean. But after that, I say, okay, it's spiritual. And after that, I do shadow working.
Mm-hmm.
I do cleaning in my home, cleaning spiritually, and I reconnect with my spirituality, and I see the difference. I see they have a very, I don't think it's a battle, but I think it's a moment of conjunction of people who are in good place or bad place. It's a purge. It's what you say, a real purges.
Yeah. And it's hurtful, like any
Yes,
purge, right? It's painful. It's not an easy ride. It's not easy. But you can go through it. And if you believe, like truly deeply believe that you are surrounded by spirit who loves you, you
yes,
will feel it.
yes.
You won't feel scared.
It's very accurate because the night I had my breast stroke, my grandmother, I loved her. She died so much long time. She told me go to the hospital. It was midnight in the night in Paris. You know that
Yeah.
midnight. I
Yeah.
heard her. I heard her because if I stay at my home, I will die, or maybe I will die in share to. I will be paralyzed in my legs,
Yeah. Yeah.
and uh, after that I say, okay, I have a spirit with me. I see sometimes in my life a very bad moment, I feel a bad spirit around me. I try to make everything to help them, to
Mm-hmm.
feel them. You can to go, you are not in this place, but it's very hard when you are alone. And after this moment in my life, I say I'm not alone. I have my angel with me.
Right.
It's her. And after that, I cried so much. I so much hurtful moment with this
Oh.
purge. And it's very hard, but I say what my grandmother always tell me, in the dark place, you have always the place of the light, lightening the place. It's light. In the dark moment, you see the light. you always see the light, and it's that.
You know
I
why
don't-
you know why I got my deck? Because I feel like your grandma wants to tell you something. I'm just gonna pull one card, okay? I'm not doing a reading. I'm just
No, just do one
I'm
card.
being drawn to it, and I want to see because this is what she wants me to do for you.
I always feel her in my heart, and sometimes I feel, her hand in my, just like that. She touched my head with her hand, like when I was little.
You're a beacon for others, wise leader. Are you? So I don't know why she's sending that. Are you thinking of maybe sharing your experience, or are you thinking about
Yes,
writing?
I trying to make a maybe podcast or Instagram more better.
You're gonna
And
become I was talking about influences, the new kind of influences and leadership. This is what she's saying. She approves and she wants you to do it.
okay,
That's from her. And also, because this is the second one, ground yourself. You ground yourself. That's why your ears are always ringing and you feel sometimes lightheaded. Don't forget to ground yourself. That's what she's saying.
okay. Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Thank you, Gabriella, for calling. Merci beaucoup.
Merci à vous. Bye bye, and love for everyone here in the chat, and love for you, Femme Tarot.
Bisous. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Right, Jan, let's try again. And then it's Mocha. Hold on. Hello?
Is everything good?
Yes, we did it. Yay.
My TV was on and I forgot.
Oh, okay. Doesn't matter. We're here. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing, my darling?
I'm doing much better than the last time that I saw you. Thank you for your help, and life is kind of good right now. So
See, told you. Have
yes.
faith, guys. You're being led. You're being led by spirit always. And your loved ones. Let me just remind everyone that, guys, if you need advice, you need guidance, you need answers, ask. That's why we've got our guides. That's why they're there. They don't have free will, so they're not allowed to jump in, they're not allowed to intervene, they're not allowed to interfere. But that's why Gabriella's grandmother was the one who jumped in, and she said, hey, go to the hospital now. Guides are not allowed to do that, but if you ask them, you're giving them permission.
Yes.
So I'm just want to remind you that. Yeah. So how have you been doing?
I've been doing okay. I've been missing you. I know you're busy, but so we'll wait. I have two questions for you, and both on topic for what we're talking about.
Okay.
The first one is about like the purge part.
Yeah.
I have been doing this, and I didn't even realize that it was happening, but I have been doing this. But there is one person in my life that I made a conscious effort, block my phone, just cut off contact. This person is not a good person, and I didn't see it for the longest time. And I'm talking like 10 years. And it just started, it was like a puzzle coming together. Why do I feel this way every time I talk to this person? And then, I've gone through some big changes in the past couple of years. And it's like she refuses to look or even talk about anything new coming up. It's all about the past things and how bad they are and stuff like that. And I just I can't do this. So I just cut it off.
Right.
Now, for me personally, I have been so much better since I have done that. But I have this as a human, and I like to think of myself as a kind person. I feel guilty because I did just cut.
Yeah, that's human nature.
I don't know what to do with that because I believe that it's necessary as part of this purge.
Yeah.
but I don't
Unfortunately,
know
it
what
is.
to do with those feelings.
There's nothing you can do with those feelings. You have to accept. You know that this is part of a purge, and I know you feel bad. That's human nature. That's you, because that's the old Jan. Jan wouldn't do that before, but
Right.
now there's an external force, let's just call it, an external energy that's made you do that. Trust that that this energy, because you're part of it, has your best interest in mind and has kind of like nudged you to do that for a reason. So trust that this is for your own well-being, is for your own good. It is part of this process that we're all going through, the ascension, and don't overthink. It's done now. You can't go back, and there's a reason it was done. So it's just like just like when you're trying to manifest something, where I keep saying, put it out there, but don't keep thinking about it, because that you're blocking it. You're
Okay.
blocking it. It's the same with you. If you keep thinking about it, oh, I feel bad. I shouldn't have done it. Should I have done it? Yeah, but I feel it was, and I've hurt their feelings. No, that's counterproductive. Then why did you do it?
Okay.
Own your decision. And it was done for a reason.
It was.
It was done for a reason. Own it. Just take it, own it, move on from it.
Okay.
And eventually, I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. It's easier said than done. I realize that. It's easier said than done. In my position, I've got more of this, like I feel more empowered to tell you, hey, let it go. I understand, because you're emotionally invested in this person. You have had
I
experience.
loved her.
You have had experiences, but obviously your energy, your higher self, your spirit felt drained, or felt that there was something wrong there.
Yes.
So you're being protected, and
Okay.
you should go with that. Trust that.
Okay.
And not your emotions. It's like breaking up with someone. When you're in a toxic relationship with someone for a very, very long time, you love them. Yeah, it's all good. But sometimes you're so unhappy, but you still, not sometimes, you're so unhappy that sometimes you're thinking about breaking up with them, but you don't, because you're like, what if I regret it? What if I don't find someone who loves me the way they love me? Because in your head, you've twisted things to believe that this person is treating you in a bad way, or is verbally abusive to you because they love you, because you become accustomed and used to that behavior.
Yeah.
But when your ego, or when you're not even your ego, when your soul kicks in and is like, hey, respect yourself.
Yeah.
Why are you staying with this person? You're like, but it's so hard for me to break up. It's so hard, because what if it's the wrong decision? And then finally, when you're pushed to the brink and you break up, you're like, I should have broken up a long time ago. I feel happy. I found myself. It's the same in your case. You will eventually see the light. You will eventually see why you did it, why you cut
It
off that.
wasn't like, it's not a romantic relationship, but I considered this person like my sister. And it just was not good. And I could see so many things, but I didn't want to be a judgmental person and say, well, this is just this person, and she's terrible. I was thinking there's got to be something in her that's wrong, because the person that I know, I love this person.
It
She's
doesn't
great.
matter.
She's not here anymore.
I love my mom. I love my dad, but sometimes they're not good for me, and I'm just keeping my distance. It doesn't mean that I don't love them. It means I don't want them around me right now.
Yes.
I'm on a different level. I'm on a different journey. I'm on a different path, and I'm not going to allow anyone to come between me and my spiritual mission. For instance, I'm just giving you an example.
Yes.
Think of it that way. And also with the purging, by the way, you lose some, you win some too, though.
Yeah.
Because different type of people are going to come into your life that are going to help you through this journey and through this path that you're on now.
Yes.
So think
And
of it
here
that
you
way.
are. You were part of it.
Oh, exactly. Here we all are. It's not just me. All of us. We're all brought together for a reason. Okay. It's not just me talking about spirituality, doing readings, teaching you some stuff. It's not that. We're all, why? Because we are emitting and we're vibing on the same level.
Yes.
So we get each other, not just mentally, but we get each other and we connect each other on a much deeper, soulful level.
Yes.
That's why we're all here. And that's why I love this community. And I call it a soulful community because it is.
Yes.
It is. You know, we're all brought together. We're like magnets. Gloop, we come together.
Yes.
I love how I do sound.
And that kind of leads to the second question that I have, but it's a bigger one. And I think that you might have been talking about it when I was trying to get on before, but I didn't hear what you were saying.
Okay.
As far as like in the future, like the 2022.
Right.
And people operating on a higher frequency, and we're all doing this.
Mm-hmm.
How is that going to affect, or how is what they're doing going to affect us in, and I don't know how to, I don't want to offend anyone by like singling anybody out, but like in countries that like are taught to hate us,
Right.
if you get what I'm saying, how do they fit into this?
They all fit in. They all fit in because we're all part of them. The ones that hate us, you know, we're one. We're all part of each other. We all come from the same source. And yes, unfortunately, there are things like religion and books and leaders that kind of like teach you different things in different ways, let's just say, or just like guide you in a different way. They're also everyone in the world, regardless who you believe, where you live, what you're doing, whether you're rich or poor, whether you're black or white, it does not matter. Everyone is feeling it. Everyone's going to be affected by it. So for us, it might be similar, like my journey or my way, my ascension might be similar to yours, but mine was someone who lives in like in Indonesia, okay, in Indonesia or in Philippines, for instance, it might be slightly different.
Okay.
But the process, the result, or the end of the journey is the same.
Okay.
That makes sense. I'm trying to.
Okay.
I'm trying to explain it, but it's so hard to explain it because I'm trying to even understand it, because I'm clairvoyant and I see and I feel things and I receive things. And sometimes I don't have time to process what I receive. I have to put them out there, write them down, come to a video, tell them to you guys, because I want that information to be out there. And I need some time afterwards to process what they're showing me and what they're trying to say. And also, they're not going to show me every single detail because it's up to us from a certain point onwards, right?
Right.
So
I
hope,
understand what you're saying.
I hope that
It's
was clear.
very, and these are scary times that we live in. I'm excited about the future, but you know, I just wonder how it's all going to work out, you know?
Wait and see. Wait and see. It's scary, but the worst part, in my opinion, is over.
Good.
The collective part, right?
Yes.
Now it's up to us what
Yes.
we do with it, what we learn, and what we do with what we learn.
Exactly.
And how we help others. Reach out to other people and help them out, whether they believe in spirituality, whether or not, who cares? Just reach out to them and help them in any way possible. Everyone needs help right now, and it's all about becoming one huge team and working together.
Exactly.
That's all.
Well, I really appreciate
Thank you, Jan, for calling. It was my pleasure to see you, and I hope
it. Was good to see you.
Hope
You
to see
take
the
care
next
of your
time.
family. Blessings
You
on
too,
you.
my darling.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Mocha, your turn, and then I think we'll wrap it up slowly, because we've been doing this for an hour and 40 minutes. Hi, Mocha.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Firstly, I'm good. I just wanted to say, like, first off, thank you so much. Um,
Oh, you're
like,
welcome.
as soon as you said what you said the last couple of times, like, everything clicked into place, and it makes so much sense now. And even with my readings and that, like, it's just a sense of heightened awareness,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't feel um, how I used to feel. I actually feel sure and certain about myself again and the
And
knowledge
relief.
that I hold. So thank you so much because like
Oh, I'm happy.
it's really turned everything around. I wanted
I'm
to
so
ask
happy.
like for
Yeah.
the collective, for us who are like really coming into our gifts now, should we be sharing all the messages that we get coming through,
Oh,
or should some of it be like more filtered and just for us?
yes. Some ease the messages through.
Yeah,
Okay. Just like filter them a little bit, because not everyone is ready for everything that we receive. Me
yeah,
too. I don't tell you guys everything. Sometimes I have to process, I have to reframe it, I have to make sure that that's what they're saying. Yeah, it's baby steps, but people are a lot more open now than they were 6 months ago. They're a
yeah,
lot more open to receiving messages. So yeah, I would say do it slowly, baby steps, because we don't want to freak people out.
yeah. Because I did a couple of readings yesterday that kind of all coincide with each other, and I realized like, okay, this was meant just for me to understand at
Right.
this point in time. Like, it's not for me to open up or share with the others, and um, like I just want to make sure like that I am like seeing these things right because I believe I am, but there's still that
You
little bit of uncertainty that I'm like, oh, I better check because I think for me it's my age too. Like, I'm so young and I've been doing this since I was 8, like 6 and 8 years
mm,
old. This is
mm,
just a natural thing for me. And
mm-hmm.
like I said last time, a lot of it is very much self taught because the person who was supposed to teach me in my culture just wasn't capable to do so. So it's just making sure that I am filtering through properly because like I'm being a Libran, I'm not very confrontational. I
Mm.
also don't want to pass on anything that isn't ready for that person to understand yet.
Yeah, well, as I tell listen, I tell my clients that, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. But on the other hand, if I feel that you're not in a space to hear what comes through, I'm either going to rephrase it or I'm going to make you think about it.
Yep, that
You know
makes
what I mean?
sense.
I'm just, because not some people, yes, they do come for readings. So they're open, or so you think, but they're not always 100% open.
Yeah,
They they
because
they come to us because they think they want to hear something specific, but then other messages come through and they can't deal with it.
I'm used to getting messages from people. I'm not really used to doing the tarot. And
Mm,
since New Year's ticked over, I've been doing the cards every day. And like I said, I'm getting between 1 to 5 messages a day.
right. Yeah.
That is just like how you said, it's the information that comes through, and then you got to process it and kind of decode it so that in some way it does make sense, even for yourself.
Mm,
Which,
mm-hmm.
like I said, it's like I feel very blessed to have come across you and to have
Oh,
had what you've given me, and to know that like my gift is as important as my mum always taught me it was, and to not be scared of it anymore because so much
no.
has happened. Like, I shied away from it, and I'm sure a lot of people have because it's the stigma around it. And I never want to upset anybody, so I've always been extra shy about it. And watching you and hearing you has just put so much into perspective for me. And like even with you giving me my love prediction, like it
I
just
know.
everything made sense. And then all of a sudden, like I just kept getting signs of Pisces. And then I did the reading to check, like, is it an actual Pisces?
Mm.
And I had to check like 3 times, but it was yes. Because I'm like, oh, okay, like that, like, and weirdly, it made sense. Like, it just made sense. And even knowing that in 3 months, it's going to be a whirlwind kind of love that's just going to
Yes.
change my whole existence. It's like, it's so amazing. And I
Is
truly
he gonna
thank
be
you.
Pisces, or you're gonna meet him during Pisces season?
No, he's a Pisces.
Okay.
And I still think I know who it might be. And
Really?
and my family have kind of suggested who they think it is,
Okay.
and they've all come up with the same name, which is
Ooh.
really like, and it was all in threes, so it made me go, okay, well,
Is there an M in his name?
yeah,
Yeah, because I saw an M as soon as you said that. I'm
because
like,
like
okay.
I realized afterwards, I'm like, oh, I should have asked Femtaro like at least what his sign is, or if he starts with like a certain letter or something, because the person I know, like I've I've come to know him and we
Mm.
get on really well and he's so lovely to me. But like I never really looked at him as a relationship. Like I just thought he was hot.
Yeah.
and and like cuz like I see him as more than being that, but it just never clicked. And then the fact that everything just fell into place after you'd said that, and I was like, okay, wow, like if it is, if it's the person I think it is, like this is kind of hilarious. But it's like it's good because this is when I
Well,
first met him, I
it's the
kind of
M
felt
guy.
that way.
It's the M
So
guy.
yeah, so thank you.
You're welcome. I'm excited for you.
Yeah, thank
Oh my
you.
God,
And
I'm so
thank you to the
excited.
whole community as well. Like this community is beautiful, and it's nice to finally be around people who understand like what we all do and where
I
there's no
agree.
judgment. So thank you for creating that for all of us from Tarot.
I agree. Oh, you're very welcome. And I'm so, it touches my heart and it makes me want to cry sometimes because I honestly, when I started this channel over 2 years ago, it was mainly I didn't want to do what other tarot readers do. I just wanted to share everything that I was learning, everything that I knew, everything that I was receiving. I just wanted to share. I just wanted to build a community of like minded spiritual people where we can talk, we can exchange experiences, where I can share what I've learned as well through my journey. And this just touches my heart because it means that it's working, that it was a good decision, because I was shy of coming on YouTube. I was working marketing for 25 years, for big companies. And I was like, oh my God, what if my boss sees me? Or what if this happens? Or what if that
Yeah.
happens? Or what if my clients? I don't care, because this is our calling. We can't be embarrassed or feel shy or bad about what was given to us, which was given to us for a reason.
Yeah,
We
and
have to
that's
make
how I feel too. Like what you've what you've given back to me after everything I've lost, um,
oh,
it has drastically changed my life instantly.
you're gonna
And
make me cry.
sorry, I'm going to cry like tears of
No,
happiness because, like I said, I'm like in Australia. I'm an Aboriginal woman, um, and it is in our culture to have these gifts. Um,
Mhm.
and it really hurt that I didn't have my own people to help guide me as a
Yeah.
young woman. And my mum did the best she could because she's still learning herself and she's not in the same space as what I am. And to find you and to have you really help and guide me, and not even knowing it at the time, was just amazing to me. And the fact that it's already like what, we're 4 days into the new year, and it's already changed my life so much. So thank you.
Oh, you're touching my heart right now. I'm really, I don't know. I feel, and I felt the last time we had the reading, I just feel there's so much pain still inside you that you're releasing now. You're
Yeah.
releasing so much pain, and I'm feeling it, and I want to take it off of you, you know? So every time we talk, I just feel like this nurturing side of me comes out where I just want to take that energy and just take it away from you. That, not that energy, sorry, that pain, and take it away from you. And
Yeah, because I kind
I'm
of let
feeling
it
it
go like a
now.
tap, you know, like I turn it on for a bit, let it drain out, and then I turn it off because I know like my brain will explode if I try and deal with everything at one time. So I've always learned to compartmentalize and
Good.
just work my way through those issues when they arise. And
Mm,
like I said, what you've given me and what you've done for my gift is just amazing, and I really appreciate you and everyone in the chat.
I appreciate you too. And always remember, I'm here for you guys, for all of you, Maka, you too. If you have any questions, if there's anything you feel something is off and you're not, you don't understand what it is, guys, you can email me, you can DM me. I am always available for you guys. I want you to feel comfortable with your gifts. I want you to be comfortable within yourselves and with everything that is happening and is about to happen. So I'm right here with you.
Yeah, so thank you for sharing your gift with all of us. Like, you really are amazing, and you deserve all the blessings.
Oh, thank you.
So have a great day or evening.
Have a great, yeah, it's evening. It's 11:22 over here PM. So I think I'm gonna wrap the
Yeah.
the live soon because I'm tired. But thank you, and I appreciate you so much. And I hope to see you again soon at the next live.
Okay, thank
And
you.
everyone, take care of yourself. Bye,
Bye.
Mocha. Bye. Oh, I feel very emotional right now. But that was so touching. And it just touches my heart knowing that I've, in any way I can, that I'm helping you, that I've helped you understand what you're going through, be more accepting of the path that you're on, and understanding also the power that you have as a spirit and as part of the light. And as I said at the beginning of the video, we're going to be seeing a lot more of this. This is going to be the theme of the year. We're going to be seeing big changes, big things, things that are surreal in a sense. Surreal for the non-believers, but not for the believers. I hope everyone is having a great start to this amazing new year. 2 is the number, it's special. And I want to end this by saying that here in Greece, there's a tradition on New Year's, they have like a cake, and inside the cake, they hide a coin, and it's like a talisman, right? It's meant to be a good luck charm for the year. And what you do is like you cut the cake into pieces, and you're like, okay, so you name each cake according to who lives in your home. So it's mom, dad, the children, etc., etc. I hope that's making sense. So, and it's random. You don't know who's gonna get the coin. And guys, I got the coin twice yesterday. And one, he is the brother of my stepmom. He actually, I wasn't even there. I wasn't even at home. He decided to cut the cake. He was with friends and he added me in there. And I got the coin. And then I got the coin at my dad's house too. So I'm like, got 2 coins in 2022. So that means something. And I'm excited as well, personally, about what's unfolding, what's happening in the to the world and in my life too. So it's a special year. Thank you, everyone, for joining the live. Thank you so much for being part of this amazing community. It's growing. Help me grow this community even more in this channel. Share the videos. Share what we talk about here with your loved ones or people who you know that are open to spiritualism. And just thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting, guys. I really, really appreciate it. I'm gonna now bid adieu to everyone in the chat, and I'll be seeing you very, very soon, guys. Bye. Thank you.